the race to radicalism. That's the focus of tonight's angle. All right, for any of you who had the misfortune of catching even a few minutes of the Democrat debate last night, you'll undoubtedly agree that it was a great night for Donald Trump. With the exception of perhaps a candidate no one knows, Tulsi Gabbard, what's clear is that the Democrat Party has learned absolutely nothing since 2016. They completely misread the results of last election and have adopted essentially a slash and burn strategy toward almost every American tradition and common sense understanding of economics and governance. Now, it's most entertaining, I think, if we break down the current Democrat looniness into several moments. First, the money grows on trees mentality.
My plan would be to, first of all, make community college free.
We're supposed to be for free college, free public college for our young people.
Universal child care for every baby age 0 to 5. Universal technical school, 2-year college and 4-year college for everybody who wants to give it a try.
We should give everyone in this country health care as a basic human right for free. Full stop.
Health care is not just a human right, it should be an American right. And I believe the best way to get there is Medicare for all.
I believe Medicare for all is the way to do that.
Now, remember, spend now, figure out a way to pay for it all later. They still think there's enough rich people to cover trillions and trillions of dollars in new spending. I'd like to go back and see the grades of these people, what they got in Economics 101, if they even took economics at all. Then there is what I call the disconnected from reality caucus. At a time when 71% of Americans are happy with the economy, Democrats have blinders on.
We know that not everyone is sharing in this prosperity.
I think of it this way. Who is this economy really working for?
This economy has got to work for everyone. And right now, we know that it isn't. I see every single day that this economy is not working for average Americans.
You get the repetition. Not working for everyone. The U.S. is about to experience the longest economic expansion on record, and the unemployment rate is at its lowest in nearly 50 years across most demographics. But sure, the economy isn't working. No. Go with that, Democrats. But don't worry, because they always have their favorite assortment of cliches and bromides to choose from.
We need to make sure everyone has a living wage.
Immigrants, they do not diminish America. They are America.
Diversity is a strength. Equal pay for equal work in this country.
Okay. Whether they acknowledge it publicly or not, look, the Dems now know, and everyone on stage knew, that most Americans think President Trump has accomplished a heck of a lot in his first 2.5 years, from trade deals to the economy, from judges to criminal justice reform. So this means that they have to convince you that they'll get more done.
3 things to know about me. First, I listen to people, and that's how I get things done.
I'm one of the few candidates in this race with executive experience, with a track record of getting things done.
I think we need to get things done.
Well, at least Delaney has, in fact, done something in business. Otherwise, it's candidates coming undone. By the time the snoozer wrapped up, even the liberal commentators on MSNBC had to admit that something was wrong.
I'm a little disappointed. I think we needed to have more discussion on those issues that actually affect Americans every single day.
De Blasio is mildly irritating to me. I'm not sure. There certainly are some candidates running for president that would be great Senate candidates.
You've got to get rid of Donald Trump if you're going to do any of the stuff, if you're going to talk about any of these issues in this reasonable sounding way.
I still, in my heart of hearts, don't see anybody on that stage tonight that would beat Trump.
I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, pinching myself, but I agree with Donnie. The Democrats lack substance, know-how, pragmatism, charisma, credibility, and a connection to the American people. Well, then there was this fitting moment that many online joked was kind of a wink from on high.
Everybody's mics are on. I think we have a I heard that too. That's okay.
Control room, we've got contrary
We have the, I think we
audio.
heard, yeah, we have the audience audio. I apologize, you guys didn't get to hear this.
What's happening?
We are hearing our colleagues' audio.
Y'all are trying to be the news.
Yeah, if the control room can turn off the mics of our previous moderators.
You know, we prepared for everything.
Guess what, guys?
We did not prepare for
We are going to take a quick break.
The most fun thing to do, by the way, was to read the transcript and to hear the underline. It happens. It's television. Can't dump on them for that. The Democrats, though, have been on a perpetual break since 2016, and not a commercial break, a break from reality. And the American people will likely let them stay in their alternate universe where socialism works and you never run out of other people's money. Oh, and a ratings note. This first Democrat debate rated lower than both the Democratic and Republican debates in the 2016 cycle. Huh. I wonder why. And that's The Angle.